Quarantined comedian. Hello there, all the girls, boys, and non-binaries of the world. My name is Allie Weinstein, and this is Quarantined Comedian. We are fast approaching the end of the season, so for today's episode, I've selected for you an incredible comedian, an American and partly Georgian, Nate Eubanks. Nate got so scared of politics that he moved from Georgia State to Georgia, the country, with no politics. Actually, he never lived in Georgia State. I just wanted to highlight how scary politics is. Hello, Nate.
Hi, Al. Nice to see you. It's been
Nice
a
to
while.
see you. It's like 2 years?
Yeah, that's right.
Shit. Oh my God, 2 years.
Last time you saw me, I was very sick.
Yeah, you were basically almost puking your guts out.
I was, actually. I was like, I'm so excited to be in St. Petersburg. Stay in the hotel the whole time.
And I went with puking because I'm trying to be demure still. And
Thank you for that. I appreciate that you remember the puking part.
Yeah. Are you ready to go into the round number one?
Sure, of course.
Round number one, the about. In the round number one, I will ask you to tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? What's your style of comedy? What do you do in general, comedy-wise? Anything about yourself you think we should know?
Sure, yeah, okay. I'm from Kansas in the U.S., from a very small town, actually outside of that small town. So I'm very country. I was a teacher, am a teacher. I taught in the U.S.
Are you asking me?
I moved to South America, taught there, taught in Kuwait, taught in Australia, and now I teach in Georgia as well. And I have been doing stand-up comedy in all of the places except for Paraguay.
Okay, that's nice. I would also ask you in this round to tell us a story. And this would be a story of your childhood. Think back, basically back to the countryside. Think back to a story from your childhood when you landed yourself in a hot water.
Oh, does high school count?
Yeah.
Because I was a very good kid.
I'm still a child.
Never got in trouble. I still am amazing. I never get in trouble.
Are you just saying this because your mom's going to be watching the video?
Maybe, but no, she would agree. I'm wonderful. But no, in high school, I lied to my girlfriend and I lied to my parents, and they both verified it with each other. I told my girlfriend I was leaving her house to go home, but I wasn't. I told my parents I was at my girlfriend's, but I wasn't. Instead, my friends and I borrowed a truck, and we went to the town square, and we stole the Christmas decorations from the square. They have these lovely, cute cutouts. It's very charming. I'm from a very small town, like 3,000 people. It's a lovely town. We stole the decorations, and then we climbed on top of the roof of the high school and reset them up so that they would be there for when people came back. My girlfriend called my mom to make sure I made it home okay. Isn't that sweet? Because it was icy out and dangerous to be out on the road.
More dangerous to be on the rooftop of the school.
Maybe, but my mom said no, I was not there, so they both got in cars and drove around looking for me in ditches when I was stealing things from the town square and putting them on the high school for a fun, innocent prank. I got home and my siblings, they laughed at me and are like, ooh, you're in trouble. But I didn't get in trouble much, maybe stealing pumpkins to throw off of buildings. That's just kid stuff.
So what was the punishment for that crime?
I was not allowed to go to the premiere of The Phantom Menace. I told you, I didn't get in trouble a lot. And for me, that was a harsh punishment. I love Star Wars.
I believe. We're pretty much the same age. I know what you're talking about.
I wasn't allowed to go, and I had a lightsaber. I had a Jedi outfit, and if you can't wear it to the premiere, you can't wear it.
You know which is the weirdest part of this story? That you had a lightsaber, all of that shebang, and still had a girlfriend. It's Let
That's
me be
fair.
honest with you. This
Maybe I
is the
should say it was
weirdest
my
part.
first girlfriend.
Are you saying she didn't know better? It's,
No, she was lucky.
you have like 3 siblings, right?
I do.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
And if
So
I
2
remember
sisters and a
correctly,
brother.
yeah, I
Yeah.
do. I do. Thanks.
Are there
Thanks.
still, all of them are back in America now?
Yeah, they're in roughly the same area, northeast Kansas or western Missouri.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Are you ready for the round number 2?
I think so.
Round number 2, truth serum. You're going to be blushing because this is a round about truth and truth only. That's called truth serum. I have some questions specifically made for you, or specifically written for you, and
thank you.
you know I'm a cunt, so started that on your own.
No,
The first
Al,
one is-
you're not because
I'm not?
you helped me when I was in St. Petersburg. Remember, you walked me around to fix my phone because I couldn't
Yeah.
get the internet to work, and I gave it to the technician, and he said it's on airplane mode. So no, in fact, you're very kind. And I asked you to tell
Don't
no
try
one,
to bribe me with
and
flattery.
you didn't tell anyone.
I'm still asking you this, okay? Now, one of your talking about little like nice things. One of your shows, I've been watching your shows in preparation for this interview and for this show. You start one of your stand-up shows with, do you realize that every kitten is a result of a cat-on-cat rape? Cat-on-cat rape.
Uh-huh.
Is that,
Yeah.
Okay, so why do you hate all good things in life?
Because I look for the truth in everything, and the truth is there's no such thing as consensual cat sex. It doesn't happen.
So you're very realistic.
That's how I see it. Cats
Okay.
are mean.
So you don't hate all good things in life, or do you?
No, I don't.
What's one good thing that you absolutely love?
Farming.
Okay.
I've
Is this
picked up some hobbies since you last knew me, Al.
absolutely?
That's a good thing,
Okay.
right?
Forgetting to take your phone off of the airplane mode, gardening or like farming, everything. Are you rapidly aging and nobody knows that? What's going on?
I look young, but I am not. I enjoy those things. Sometimes I enjoy a tea as well.
Don't
I know,
tell
caffeine.
that to your peers. Okay. So, second question is regarding your love life and your marriage life. Mm-hmm. You went to Georgia. You now live in Georgia, in Tbilisi. Something
Yes.
you've absolutely took out of your first answer in the first round.
What?
You didn't say where you live now in the first
Or
round.
my style of comedy. I kind of skipped your questions. I apologize.
That's
yes,
fine.
I live in Tbilisi.
So you live in Tbilisi, in Georgia, and you also married to a Georgian girl, right?
Yeah, woman.
Sorry, woman. How often do you enjoy your wife's Hachapuri?
Like once a year. I'm
Okay.
the one that cooks. Yeah, so I enjoy her mother's Hachapuri whenever I am at my in-laws' house. Are you leading somewhere with Hachapuri?
There's going to be a picture right about here of an Ajal Hachapuri, and this was a sexual innuendo. But you're
Yes.
doing great. Keep going.
Often, not once a year. That would have been my first marriage.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like whenever you get uncomfortable, your voice raises higher and higher and higher.
It does, yes. When I get animated, I sound like a cartoon.
I think that was a dead giveaway when you were younger. Of course we did not steal shit from the...
No,
Yeah.
my very first day of my first class in high school was a class of 80 students, and they took the roll of the class. I was, first year of high school. They called my name, and before anyone knew me, I had not been to that school before, I answered, "Here!" That was the first way anyone ever heard me speak.
And that was the moment your balls dropped.
And I wish that was when. No, I was a late bloomer.
I want to ask? Fair enough. So the third question. You are a very good Christian boy, from a very respectful family, a lot of siblings, and your mom is lovely. And I saw you cooking, making cookies with her.
Yep.
Shaped like a candy cane. It was absolutely lovely. And then you go around the world to teach in Kuwait, and then you're absolutely covered in tattoos. You're a vegetarian, very hipster. So I guess my question is, what happened?
What happened? All of the exterior is a ruse. I am the same person.
So you're a good Christian boy in a very hipster body now.
Yeah, I guess so.
Talking about cat-on-cat rape.
I still make cookies.
Okay. I love that there's something very sacred to you that you hold very dear. Is your mom's cookies the best cookies in the world?
Yes. Doesn't everyone say that about their mom's cookies?
I have a Jewish mom. My mom doesn't cook.
Doesn't everyone say that about their mom's latkes?
We had staff.
Do they say it about their mom's that?
Well, my mom's ability to shop from Michael Kors is quite amazing.
That's great. That's great.
Okay, this was all for the round number 2. Huh?
I said you have to pass on something.
Yeah. I'm gonna go hide my bags. That was the hardest part of being a comedian for you, being poor. For me, being poor.
For me, no, I'm doing fine.
Oh, how's your club, by the way? You have a club in Tbilisi that you do frequently, the English stand-up nights, right?
It's grown. We've been around for just over 2 years now. I think we just had our 2-year anniversary that no one noticed. But we started small, once a month. It grew to twice a month to every week to twice a week. And the twice a weeks were pretty full almost each night. And that's just the open mics. And we also started inviting some guest comedians from surrounding countries.
Never invited me.
Hey, Al, would you like to come over? If you're not contagious?
Huh?
If you're not contagious,
I'm very contagious. Everybody starts shopping the moment I enter the room. Yeah. But it's actually quite amazing because we've started basically our groups or comedy evenings pretty much at the same time. You were the first person to open up the start of St. Pete's Comedy Cabinet that I founded. Yeah. And that was actually absolutely incredible because you were the first person, the first comedian that we invited from, not from Russia to perform. Well, thank you for doing that, even though you felt very sick that day.
I was very sick that day, but I was very grateful to be there. I really appreciated being there, and I love being a part of new scenes, and I think that making people laugh makes people one, and I think it's a beautiful thing to see. And I've been lucky, even though I've only been doing comedy 7 years, to perform in over a dozen countries and to get to make people laugh in places, and it makes you feel connected to that place. So I feel that way towards your place in St. Petersburg.
I'm very grateful because to me personally, you were extremely inspirational when you were there. And I was also shitting my pants, but not because I ate something bad. I was just very scared. I think I had a nervous breakdown 2 hours before our first show, which I had to host. And I was like crying, laughing in my head. and you've encouraged me to start. That was very lovely of you.
Well, I love seeing it grow.
Yeah. Welcome. You're very welcome back.
And I think you should come down. We've had a lot of your Russian comedians that are mostly based in Moscow come perform with us. Oleg, Igor was the first one. Dennis as well. So we were glad to have everyone.
Turning into the row of pleasantries, and this is not what this show is about.
I told you, I'm a good boy.
Thank you very much. Yeah, no, we have a round number 3 to go through. Are you ready for the round number 3?
Yeah, let's do it.
Round 3, classic lightning round. So in the round number 3, I will have 3 setups for you, and you will have 10 seconds to finish it up with a punchline. I'm going to give you a certain setup, you finish up with a punchline, you have 10 seconds to come up with that. Please feel free to think out loud, because we need to fill those 10 seconds of airtime with something.
I will think out loud.
Yeah, okay.
That was just an example.
If you're ready for your first one, a blonde dies and goes to heaven.
A blonde dies and goes to heaven. Okay. So I need to do a twist on that. A blonde dies and goes to heaven. Saint Pete asks her, "Why do you think you should go to heaven?" That's not thinking aloud.
10 seconds is up, by the way.
Yeah, I know. It goes fast. A blonde dies. I've done improv before. Freezing, that's not good improv. A blonde dies and goes to heaven. Everyone in heaven is surprised.
Okay, that's fair enough.
It's not, but thank you.
Are you ready for your second one?
Uh-huh.
I love how your voice is just a dead giveaway. A Chinese, American, and Russian walk into a bar. 10 seconds.
A Chinese, an American, and Russian walk into a bar. Everyone else keeps their distance because the virus is quite bad in our countries. I don't know. We have a lot in common, especially now.
I would say that American and Russian moved away from the Chinese, but it didn't help them. But
that's the better one, and I like it a lot.
I didn't think of it up front. I promise.
They moved away, or they shouldn't have let the Chinese in, and the American and Russian should have stayed away from each other, but they can't. They're drawn together.
Like peas in a pod.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We just can't help it.
Yeah. Which is actually, this is an interesting angle that I didn't work in the round number 2, which I absolutely should have, about Russia and America. But we don't have that now, and let's go into your third setup.
It's done.
Okay. Your third and last setup is, I would tell you a joke about IKEA furniture. 10 seconds.
I would tell you a joke about IKEA furniture, but I just can't seem to put it together. That was the most obvious one. Had to go for the low-hanging fruit.
And you're done in 9 seconds.
Meatballs.
What?
I built an excellent joke, but later it fell apart.
You're a vegetarian.
I was vegetarian.
No,
Yeah.
Georgia broke you, didn't they?
No, I got broke a lot before Georgia. It turns out meat, very delicious.
Quite delicious, isn't it?
It's pretty good.
See, I know that it's delicious. Steak is still my favorite food. I just choose not to eat it. It's a weird masochistic route that I've chosen for myself.
Yes, and we commend you.
Yeah.
I think being a vegetarian is like a mandatory year of service. Like, you gotta do it.
For the world.
Yeah, I remember my term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is all for the round number 3 and our show. And now, please feel free to look into your camera at our viewers and promote, shout out, or just tell them absolutely anything that you'd like to tell them.
Yeah, I have big news, actually. I am a regular character in a Georgian sitcom television show. Didi Ojahi, which means big family. And it's a bit of a stretch for me to play the character because I have to pretend to be an American teacher living in Georgia with a Georgian girlfriend.
So you're literally playing yourself.
I am playing myself. They asked me, like, can you play this part? And I was like, yeah.
Are you doing it in Georgian or in English?
Half. So I don't speak Georgian. I know pleasantries. Yeah. I'm taking classes. I'm learning. So I have to act my part, and I have to act that I can speak Georgian. So it will be a double act.
Double act. Okay, so I guess I'll try to find any info you have on the big family show in Georgia and put it in the description down below. Also, I will tell everybody about your Facebook and other endeavors.
I would like people that are interested to follow Stand Up Tbilisi on all platforms. Just at Stand Up Tbilisi.
We can put it down, absolutely. Thank you so much for doing this for me and sitting down with me. I know it was awkward at times because I could hear it in your voice, but thank you for sticking it out nevertheless.
Alice, my pleasure. It's really nice to talk to you again.
Yeah, me too. I hope that one day the borders are down and we'll see each other again.
Oh, a Russian hopes the borders are down. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to go now. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Russians never do. Bye.
And on this lovely note with what else do Russians never do? They never stop. So we will see you in the next episode because I'm not going to stop. My name is Ali Weinstein and this is Quarantine Comedian with Nate Eubanks. And I'm going to put all the links to him down below in the description box. Please leave us a comment who you want to see on the second season of our show because we're planning on second season. Dream big. And see you in the final episode. Bye-bye. Quarantined Comedian.